Good morning, students. The topic for today is Universal Human Order and Professional Ethics. This is the last topic of Unit 5, and here we learn how we can move towards universal human order and what ethical conduct should we practice in our professions. Universal human order is a feeling of being related to every unit, including us and the other entities of nature. Once we understand what the comprehensive human goal is, we are able to be in harmony not only with ourselves but also with the rest of the nature. When this understanding of harmony is there in us, we get the notion of living in an undivided society, which eventually moved towards universal human order. Now let's see how we can achieve this. Every human being targets, number one, for right understanding and right feelings in every individual, for prosperity in every family, for fearlessness or trust in every society, and for coexistence in nature where existence is coexistence. Now, what are the 5 dimensions of human endeavor? Education and sanskar, education which gives us values, health which we get through sanyam or self-control, production and work, justice which leads to suraksha, protection, exchange and storage. So when we follow these 5 dimensions of human order, we are able to maintain harmony at all 4 levels. Now let's see that what are the steps for the organization of a family and how we can move from the family to the world family. When we have right understanding, we can integrate all this together. From family, we move to the family cluster. From family cluster, we move to the village or a community, and then to the village cluster together along with community, we make the world family. Now, what is the dynamics of universal human order? First of all, we need education, which ensures the development of the competence in an individual to live with the right human conduct, that is the ethical human conduct. Then once a person has ethical human conduct through the right education, including value education, it leads towards development of human behavior, which ensures mutual happiness and peace, satisfaction, as well as bliss. Once we get a good human behavior, we move towards human constitution, that is humanistic constitution. That is the nature of the society where people are living with the right human conduct. Once this is achieved, then we move towards human order, that is universal in nature because understanding of harmony is at all 4 levels. And the society, it is a society in which the human goal is realized. So this is how achievement of universal human order is possible. Now, what is universal human order? It refers to the efforts of every individual to have a systematic arrangement of the entire universe, that is the entities in the complete universe, which initiates with the individual itself and then moves towards the bigger order. Now, what are the visions for achieving this human order? In the previous diagram you had seen, number 1, humanistic education, number 2, humanistic constitution, and number 3, the humanistic order. Now, let's see what is humanistic education. It is the education which will transform the animal consciousness of a human being into human consciousness. When the human being understands what is the limitation of the physical facilities and does not run after them and develops the I, understands the need of I for realization and understanding. Animal consciousness comes from over-exploiting the natural resources, which makes this earth a dreadful place to live in. So humanistic constitution, it puts a check to our action and it enables us to justify them. Now what is humanistic constitution? It is the set of rules which the human being has to follow so that they can move towards harmony. This ensures mutual fulfillment and good coordination in the human order. That is, all the human beings live together in harmony with the other orders. It is a framework of humans who live in harmony with themselves and with the entire existence. Now we move on to the human order. When the process of right understanding in society and continuity of this process is maintained among the human beings and passed from one generation to the other, it leads to development of a human order. The human beings get a definitive answer for every how and why. In what way? Spiritually, intellectually, and materially as well. And this will surely assure the living of the beings continuously with harmony and the basic aspiration, that is to get happiness. Now we move to professional ethics. Now once we become ethical individuals, we understand what is ethical human conduct, we have to apply it into our professional life. It is the ethical obligation that people follow due to their professional status, which is how they behave in their professional work and how they will conduct themselves in their professional life. It is also developing professional competence with the help of human conduct, which is ethical in nature. Now, how to integrate all this into one? Let's see what are the components of professional ethics. What one should develop in their profession. Number one, one should be honest. Number two, one should develop integrity, live together as one and not create diversity in their profession. One should be transparent in whatever they are doing. One should be accountable for the work that they have done. Whatever work is assigned to an individual, that individual in their profession is accountable for it. One should be respectful towards the fellow beings as well as respectful towards the work. Obedience to the rules is very important in profession. One should maintain confidentiality, that is, be secretive in their profession. Objectivity should be maintained and one should be very loyal towards their profession. So when all these components are followed, that means that ethics is being followed in professional life. Now we'll move on to competence in professional ethics, how we can develop the competence. First of all, this competence can be established by ability to augment the universal human order through what? How do we augment the universal human order? We have already done it through education sanskar, through health and sayam, through production and work, through exchange and storage and justice and preservation. Now once we are able to develop the universal human order, secondly, we get the ability to identify and develop the right technology and the management pattern so that we can maintain a good professional scenario. Now, what are holistic technologies? Holistic technologies are those which satisfy the needs of the human beings, which are eco-friendly, that is compatible with nature, which promote the use of the renewable resources so that the resources do not deplete in nature, which are low cost and energy efficient, that is, money is not wasted there, which are safe for health and user friendly, which are good for the users and also maintain the safety of the health, which enhance interaction between human beings and lead to good cooperation, which facilitate the proper utilization of the human body, the animals, the plants and the materials, that is all the four orders are properly utilized, The durability of life cycle, recyclability of products should be good. Then only the technology is effective. For example, solar energy devices can be used, green building material can be used, proper techniques should be used, watershed management, eco-friendly agriculture, etc. Now we move on to the management models and patterns. Now, what steps can be followed to adopt and develop humanistic management models? Management models which are good for the employer-employees both. Number one, there should be good coordination in the working units and the whole unit works together as a whole. That is completely like a well-knit family. People should be cooperative and management should adopt a motivational model. The healthy employer-employee relationship is very important to maintain a good atmosphere, an amiable atmosphere. There should be no exploitation of labor. There should be effective integrity of the competencies of individuals. Whatever competency individuals have, they should be properly utilized in a right manner. There should be good appraisal for human labor so that people are motivated in doing the work in a proper manner. Now the third is the production systems. Now whenever we talk of production systems, there are four questions that need to be asked. What to produce? What is the requirement? What should be the right technique to produce it, that is how to produce? Who are the eventual users of the produce, that is for whom to produce? And what is the quantity that is required, that is how much to produce? So for the right production systems, let's see what is required. Ability to identify the characteristics of people-friendly and eco-friendly systems of production. This can be done by using renewable source of energy and recyclable materials so that natural balance can be preserved. Good and proper utilization of the local resources and expertise. This also can be done by matching the pattern of production with the availability of the resources in the local environment and the pattern of consumption of the people or the users who are there. The economic utility and sustainability of the product should also be considered. It should be safe and good for the health of people who are involved in production as well as the others in the surroundings. It should be facilitating production by the masses, that is the people living there, and not the mass production in a centralized manner. It should not be such that too much is being produced, but it should be by the masses and for the requirement of the masses. So with this we come to the end of this particular chapter. Thank you very much. You can refer to the questions given for Unit 5 and you can work on it. Thank you.